Well, I'd heard of what had happened to Ashley, and I knew a lot about what was going on, like who she went with, and because it was my cousin that she went with.
This is Julie Walgren. She says Christopher Hart is her cousin. The man Ashley Martinez's mother believes is the last person to have seen her missing daughter.
Well, I remember going over to Chris's house. He told me he'd met a girl. She was there, and he told me he'd met her at Krug Pool. And the next day, or a couple days later, maybe I went back over there, and she was there again, and they were talking about going to Oregon.
And she says she agreed to go with him, but then backed out at the last minute.
The day we were supposed to go, he came to the house, and I changed my mind. I had a bad feeling. Something in my gut told me not, I shouldn't go, and I just didn't want to do that. Something just told me not to go.
She says that bad feeling originated during a walk in the woods she'd taken with Christopher Hart, that he told her stories about bringing another girl to the same spot. That just didn't sit well with her. After telling Hart she no longer wanted to go on the trip to Oregon, she says he left her house and headed to Krug Pool to pick up Ashley Martinez.
I know, because I was there. I know that she was going with Chris. I know that it was planned. We were all at the house talking about it. And I know he went because he stopped by the house to get me, and I changed my mind.
And at least that part of the story police had never heard. So we showed our interview with Julie Walgren to lead investigator Sergeant Jason Strong.
It's something that kind of blows my mind after all this time that we wouldn't have identified this witness in the case. You never know what's going to break a case like this. It could be something that she thinks fairly insignificant that could really help us out, put the piece of the puzzle together for us.
Looking at that puzzle, we went back to the story told to us by Julie Walgren. The one about the walk in the woods she says she took with Christopher Hart, where he told her the story that made her feel so uneasy. Walgren says that took place in the woods near Northwest Parkway. And that's certainly interesting because that area is less than 2 miles away from this area that would eventually be searched by police just a few months ago in connection to this case. Sergeant Strong tells us they followed up on leads into this case as recently as just a few weeks ago. And now that he's heard Julie Walgren's story from us, he tells us he wants to hear it from her. We attempted to contact Christopher Hart in prison to respond to the story Walgren told us, and we tried to speak with the attorney who represented him in his last legal case. Neither got back to us. Meanwhile, the search continues, and it's clear new information is out there. But the question remains the same. What happened to Ashley Martinez?
I feel like something's been with me this whole time. With the memory there still fresh, and I don't know, maybe Ashley's spirit's with me.
I mean, it's been 13 years. I'd like to know, I'd like to bring her home. Of course, I'm praying that she's alive and well, but either way, regardless, we need to get her home and just having the answers, that we seek for so long.
For News Press Now, I'm Alex Flippin.